Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Test Zone. Today, we're getting our hands on the brand new GameSir G7 Pro 8K. This is the PC Aimlabs Edition. GameSir sent this bad boy over, and on paper and in my hands, this thing is an absolute beast. We're talking about an ultra-fast 8,000 hertz polling rate over wired and 2.4 gigahertz wireless for insane 0.5 millisecond latency. Now, pair that with the Gen-2 Mag-Res TMR sticks to kill stick drift forever. This might just be the ultimate competitive PC controller. If you're already sold, check out the purchase links down in the description below. Let's jump in and see if it actually delivers on the hype. Wow, thank you so much to GameSir for sending over this very special controller. This isn't just another controller, this is the G7 Pro 8K for PC. This is a special collaboration with Aimlabs, which is fantastic to see these guys working together. Now, GameSir isn't just another controller maker, they've been making them for over 10 years. They're officially partnered with Microsoft as well, so you know this is gonna work with your Windows PC. And this controller has some really nice specs. It's got that 8K polling rate. That's if you've got it in wired mode. And it's also got the 2.4 gig wireless here. So this thing is going to be accurate. It's going to pick up all of your inputs lightning fast. You've got the drift-proof TMR sticks. So this is like the next generation of anti-stick drift technology. And you got the dual vibration. I think there's 2 motors inside this controller. And the triggers on the top, they've got the Hall effect for analog, like if you're playing a racing game, or you've got that clicky trigger if you're playing something like a shooter, something like that. Of course, as always, you've got the GameSir Connect app, and I'm excited to open this up. I'm really down with the style. It looks so good on the box. I've had this now, a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited to open it up. So let's check it out. It's got the you can swap out the faceplates. You can remap all the keys. You've got those lockable back buttons. You got audio, headphone input. This thing has everything. So let's see what is inside the box here. Oh yeah, right off the bat, nice little presentation. Got those little protectors. This is the charging base, or at least just like a stand base. Yep, it's got the charge on here. Nice. The simple little touches GameSir has got. It's got that little anti-slip. I think that's probably silicone pad on the bottom there. I love the Aimlabs branding working together with GameSir. As always, they don't just make a controller, they make them customizable depending on the kind of D-pad you want to use. You've got options here. Really nice. Before I open the star of the show, I just want to make sure I don't miss whatever else is included in the package. This looks like the wireless dongle. Yeah, I think I'm right about that. No big deal. Little pairing button on there. Okay, and then a little more. Oh, look at this cable. Just this cable alone is fantastic. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's just a cable. USB-A to USB-C. But look how cool it is. Look at this beautiful, unique branding and pattern on it. I mean, nobody makes cables like that. Obviously, just not going to get that with every regular controller. And what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. Look at the thumbsticks in here. You've got the kind of rounded top. You've got the flat here, depending on your style. This is awesome. Oh yeah, there's like at least 2, maybe 3 styles in here. Swap those out, whatever works for you. But of course, you've got your instruction manual. If you're having any trouble pairing, it usually works pretty seamlessly. If we need to, we'll get into that. But no more waiting. Let's see. Oh yeah. Look at this. These are just for protection and shipping, I think. If you're going to store it for any amount of time, you want to keep those and put them back on. But right away, wow. I've had many controllers in my life, but this is by far and above one of the nicest, it just feels solid absolutely nice in the hand. Of course, you got your audio, your pairing buttons. This is probably like a microphone, maybe mute button. All sorts of I just want to take it in for a minute. You got the lovely grip on here. It's like a laser grip, a little bit of that nice Aimlabs branding on the side. At 8K polling rate. This is designed for competitive gaming. This isn't just an everyday controller. I think this is really designed with, esports and competitive gaming in mind. If you're just playing your regular Mario or whatever, you probably don't need this. But if you're the kind of gamer who wants to be able to game in comfort, game in style, but also have, low latency, high accuracy connection. We've got the triggers. I know we can switch those. Yeah, clicky, or you've got that Hall effect analog so that, you have the kind of control you need. I don't think I've seen little buttons like these. These are really nice. You've got your regular shoulder button, but then you've got additional programmable buttons behind it, and then these triggers as well. So not only that, but you've also got the little back buttons, which I believe, you can lock those. So if you don't need them for the game you're playing, it's like they're not even there. You don't even notice them. That's fantastic. And then if you want to enable them, open up the GameSir Connect software, you can do that. You can swap between Bluetooth or the dongle here. I mean, Bluetooth is fine. I have nothing against it, but I'll probably use this direct dongle here to connect it to the PC. And overall, it just feels really, really nice. Usually the faceplates are very easy to swap out. I don't know why, personally, you would want to swap this faceplate. It looks so good. But look at that. You can see all the internals, the circuit board. I mean, maybe that's your thing. Maybe, GameSir has a wide variety of faceplates available on their website. So you want to check it out. I think they're like $10 each. So very, very reasonable. This is just such a cool feeling controller. And talking about that customization before we actually test anything, just to give you an idea, like this D-pad, I'm kind of old school. This is kind of like a new school feel. It's nice, it looks cool, but you can just literally just pop it off. I probably, let's see, I probably would go with this one. It's got the little graphics on it, so you know exactly what way it goes. That's it, done, customized. Now, maybe you don't like these triggers. These are usually a bit more firm. I don't want to break anything. How does it come off? Okay, I'll check the controls. It doesn't pop off quite as easily as the D-pad. Check the instructions, I mean. But yeah, put this back on. And now you've got a little more standard D-pad for, old grandpa gamer here. But all in all, this is no grandpa gamer controller. This is designed for competitive and hardcore gaming. I think this is cool. I'm going to check it out. Try it in some of my regular games, which is nothing insane, but I want to just get a feel for it in the game. We'll take a look at the software, give you an idea of how you can configure this. But if you're looking for something stylish, something that feels good, customizable, and it's got that, I think something I've noticed from the feedback I've gotten on the controllers I've reviewed on the channel, so many people are sick and tired of stick drift. I hear it on every controller video that I put out, and the TMR technology here should almost entirely eliminate that. And GameSir is a world-class company. If you have any troubles, you hit them up. They're going to help you out. But I haven't had a single issue with my regular G7 or my, what's that other one called? The Supernova. So their controllers are fantastic. I recommend this from, I haven't even played it yet, and I know this is world-class. Okay, and I'm just getting the controller ready to test out, and I noticed there's one detail I particularly missed when I was unboxing it. First of all, there's this nice little kind of shroud or sort of protective layer around the USB-C charging port. I think that, yeah, it probably slides up if you don't like it, but I do like it, and I'll put that back on in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Just sort of slides on there. So if you hate it, you can take it off, which is cool, but I have no issues with that. However, I'm probably not going to play in wired mode. I tend to prefer, wireless peripherals. I've got a wireless, everything basically. So you've got the little charging dock here. So I want to charge the controller, of course, so I'm not using it. I want to have it plugged in here. So you can just set the controller down on here. You can see the nice little lighting accent. The green is indicating that you've got charging. Okay, that's nice. That's a great touch. But that's not the cool detail I wanted to point out. Inside this little charging dock, there's this little door, and of course I missed that when I was just in my initial excitement. And as you can see, there's actually a plug-in for the mouse dongle here. The controller dongle. Reminds me of a mouse dongle because it's just about the same small size. That plugs in there. The PC has already recognized that the controller is attached. You could put one of your D-pad favorite pieces in here if you wanted to. There's a tiny little bit of extra work, but I think that's just so you can get your finger in, have room to actually manipulate it. The door goes back on. It's got that nice silicone non-slip. And now you've got your controller charging, ready to go for your next session. Wireless connected to the PC, and it only takes up one USB slot on the computer, so you don't have to have two slots taken up just from one controller. A nice touch, a clean setup. It gets you ready to game. Wow, this really feels good. Just playing a little bit of Call of Duty multiplayer. I just wanted to try something a little bit different, and honestly, it feels really good. But yeah, it feels so smooth. Wow, just checking in with Arthur Morgan here, and Red Dead Redemption 2, beautiful as always. This feels amazing. The controls are just so smooth. Everything just feels instantaneous. And I think that's that high polling rate, that's allowing things to just happen nearly instantaneously. Obviously, I'm just messing around here, but this game is so beautiful. It's how many years old already, and it still looks incredible. Yeah, this is the way to go. I'm telling you guys, this is absolutely a fantastic controller. All right, and there's no specific reason, but I always like to try this game, and I have the triggers set to analog so that I can really, mess with, yeah, that's what you want, This is better than usual. I'm usually off the track already. Come on, baby. This is a simple little game. I generally try it with controllers that I'm testing just to feel, because it's so basic. But, if it doesn't work well with the simple things, you're never going to be able to move on to the complex ones. Can I get a win today? Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, I can't bump these guys. It always throws you back a little bit, but I mean, everything feels so good. So smooth. I'm in first place, I think. No, second. That guy's up there. Come on. Come on. Come on. I got you. No. Okay, what? One more lap. Oh my gosh. Straight away. That's what you gotta do. No! All right, I'm telling you what, I love this thing. The GameSir G7 Pro 8K Aimlabs Edition is bringing the results for me. Okay, so make sure when you get yourself the G7 controller here, the G7 Pro, you want to make sure to install the GameSir Connect software. It's automatically detected my 8K. We're going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to take you in and show you there is so many options that you can control. Right away, you see the polling rate right in the middle here. PC performance. Some computers may fail to recognize the device. I've got a pretty decent computer, so not a big deal. There we go, back in here. Now, at the top, I want you to see there's different profiles. So if you're the kind of competitive gamer who wants to make sure that, you've got those just perfect settings depending on the game, you can go ahead and do that and program it for 4 different profiles so that no matter what game you're playing, you can set things up exactly how you like it. Now, just quickly go around the screen here on the top left. You can control the lights. Now, on this controller, it's really just a little ring around the button. It's classy. It's clean. I've just got it on that static white right now, but you can change it to like a little rainbow, colorful options, whatever really works for you. Or hey, if you don't like it, you can just turn it right off. If you want to save battery power, you can just turn that brightness all the way down. No big deal. By the way, you can see here in the middle, the battery power on the controller, 69%. Nice. And that's pretty much straightforward, simple as can be. Now, because I don't know about you, I'm not really looking down at the controller when I'm gaming, you know what I mean? So it's a nice little touch. Lets you know when it's turned off and on, stuff like that. Bottom left, you can control the triggers. And this one here, if you want to click into it, it'll take you right into the fine detail. If you want to take care of the dead zone, anti-dead zone, curve adjustment, hair trigger, adaptive or fixed. This is like next level situation, and it really depends on how you play the game, how hardcore you really are. And when I said at the beginning of the video that this controller was designed for esports in mind, this is really and truly the case. Now you can also go right into the sticks. So if you want to look at the fine stick control, same sort of options as the triggers. You've also got your joystick resolution, stick trajectory, curve adjustment. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am not good enough to worry about these details, but for, I think it's $100 USD, you're getting a lot of options, a lot of fine control, and all in a nice, cool looking package. Just going along the top here, you can see you can control the different motion settings, XY sensitivity, all sorts of cool stuff here. That trigger information, once again, the vibration. And so, yeah, like I had mentioned, I was correct. There are 2 vibration motors built into this one, left grip, right grip. You can turn that up, turn that down, depending on the immersiveness that you like. The lights here, once again, on that home button. And oh, I guess you can change the color as well, which I think is very, very cool. You can actually do it by quadrant, which is, I mean, that's awesome. Not, you know, not a big deal, but a nice touch. And I think that's something that most people would like to have. And again, in the bottom right here, you can actually control the button mapping. So I think this is really, really helpful. On the top, in the very beginning, I talked about the tiny little square buttons. These are the tiny little buttons just beside the triggers. You can actually control the macros in there. And so like R5 and L5 have some macro settings. If you want to go in there and just kind of go wild, this controller can do more than I could even imagine. And it's got everything, you know. So if you're looking, and to me, at the end of the day, you know, I think the average person, you know, the real regular Joe who just wants to come home after work and play some games, we want it to look cool. And I think at the end of the day, this controller looks cool, it feels good, and it plays well. And having that high-tech TMR anti-stick drift technology is really what you want, maybe even more than all these fancy settings. But if you want fancy settings, they are here, they are ready for you, so you can do anything and everything your heart desires with this G7 Pro 8K. It's fantastic, and I think that GameSir should work a little more with Aimlabs and maybe even some other cool collaborations to make additional awesome controllers. Wow. Okay, so between the clicky optical micro switches, 4 remappable macro buttons, and dual mode trigger stops, GameSir packed ridiculous value into an $80 price tag. Major shout out to them, one of our longest and most supportive partners on the channel, for letting us check out this incredible controller. If you want pro level precision without the ridiculous pro level price tag, this is absolutely a serious contender. Plus, it's super cool looking. Hit that like button, subscribe for more tech breakdowns, and drop a comment below. Are you gonna make the jump to this new Aimlabs collaboration? Until next time, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.